What's going on, guys? Big welcome to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. We're back with yet another video. So we have the tournament that we were able to get in second this time, which is amazing. Now we have first from last year and 2 medallions from this year, second place and third place. This time it's a premium tournament in Antwerp, of course the team league, the official Bushiroad Championship Series Springfest 2019. As you can see right here, you see us winning medallions, you see me in the middle, D-Boy, Harth Hayawi, you see Sven on the left, and you see Maarten Meurs on the right. It was a great tournament, but it was not that big, because there was another tournament in France, I think card market tournament, the same time as this one, which also another reason is Outpost, the place where the tournament was held, is not that big. The one in Bristol is bigger, so you can have more teams there. You also had like to send like an email and stuff to them to like have your space reserved, like they know that you're coming and how many teams are there, because if you have like more teams than they could handle, then you could not attend the tournament. So we had a lot of Bermuda Triangle players, some Nubitama, Gold Podens, and Orkutintang, which was the most played clans in the tournament. So Gold, Nuba, Bermuda, and Orkutintang. We had 2 teams from Crushing the Meta. One team was able to get in second, as in our team, and another team was unlucky to get to the top 8. Talking about the top 8, we saw a lot of very good players actually in the tournament. One of the teams was of course team from Vanguard Insiders, which I think was a little bit unlucky to get the top 8. We see of course Eric, Chris van der Linde, and also Chris Pronk. So that was their team. We also see Maxime Solomon play with Mohammed on the same team, and another guy from England, which is also very interesting to see them forging a team. And also some of the greatest players from Germany we saw as well. And also, of course, from France, which the champion of the tournament was actually a team from France. The team name was Team Crazy Rich Asian, which is a crazy name. The C player on that team is actually a very known judge in Europe, so it was really nice to see him in action as a player. The second player on their team is a very good friend of mine actually. We played, I think, 3 times against each other. The last time that we played against each other was the French tournament in Premium, so there was the top 8 match and we won that game. So now they got the revenge, they won against us, and they were the champion because we played against them in the finals, which was really cool. And their first player is also a very known player from France, which kind of always plays Bermuda. And then we have our team as in the second. So the first team was a French team, then the second team is from the Netherlands, and the third team is from Germany. Second team we have PaleMoon as Sven, then he played PaleMoon, then me playing Spike of course, and then Seng playing Dimension Police as always. The third team or third place team was a team from Germany. Jay, yet another top for him, so that's amazing because he was able to get in second in the French tournament. And then we also see some of the players from Germany making a comeback, like the C player, which she played the Giese Angel Feather deck. It's really nice to see her back in action as well. And you could check the top 8 teams as you want. They're like the if you want to check them out. I will talk about our matchups, but I can't cover all the teams. You can check also the clans, which are like here on the left. You can see like there were a lot of Gold Podens, some OTT, 3 Bermudas I think. You can check them yourself if you want to. It's really cool. Alright, now we have Crushing the Meta, the first substitute, which was our team name. We had the B player, which was me, C player, which was of course Maarten, playing his Dimension Police. This time he played Dimension Robos, as in the last time when we got third, he played Gallop. So it's really cool. He tried both decks and he enjoyed both of them. He told me that he liked to play the mentioned Robos more. That's why he also called the deck back to the basics. The deck has a very nasty combos. I will talk a little bit about it. He does not like to do deck profiles because he does not want to talk about his secrets, but I will tell you some of them, and I know that he is not happy with that, but I will do everything for you guys, sometimes. Alright, then we have of course our A player, which was the first substitute, which was actually Sven. The funny thing is about our team is we have always the same B player, which is me. We have always the same C player, which is Maarten Meurs. The A player on our team changes. Each tournament is another A player. And the first substitute, so the first change that we had, was actually Sven. So that's why we called the team the first substitute. The second team that we had, because we had two Crushing the Meta teams, was the team that played Fira as in the A player. She played, of course, her Oracle Think Tanks, and she played Ichi Tom. Then we had Glacian going with Narukami this time, which is amazing. And then we had Sparkles going with his own creation of the Melody premium deck. So that's also cool. If you guys want to see deck profiles on these decks, we will cover them as well. I already asked on Facebook and you guys wanted to see all of the 3 decks from the first substitute. You also wanted to see Nobutama from the last tournament, and you wanted to see Wiseman from Premium. As from Standard, you wanted to see my deck, which I've already made a deck profile on that, and also you wanted to see Narukami, which we'll do that. But if there are another clan that you wanted to see, you could ask in the comment section, and we could also cover that as well, because very soon I will start doing the deck profiles on each and every one that played and got especially to the tops. Alright, now we have our matchups. So my personal score was 6-1. Again, another loss, which I'll talk about that. This is kind of my first loss in Premium, but we'll cover that. And the team score was 5-2. So we started up with a game against Chris Flores, Dave, and JJ, which was another team from the Netherlands. I had to play against Nova Grapplers. Dave, he played Victor. I'm very familiar with the deck, and I was able to win, and the team was able to win 2-1. Then I had to play against Ichi Tom. I had to play against Mitch, Tim, and I forget the third player. Tim is a very good friend of mine, and I did trade with Mitch a lot in the past, but it's really cool to see them do so well. It was another team from Belgium. I had to play against Ichitom. When you play the hybrid build, you have the 2 options. You could turbo to the GB8, the normal way, or the Ichitom way, which I could talk about that in a different video because I have deck strategies to play against different decks. Or you could rush them. You could aggro them because it's a hybrid build, the deck that I play. And that's the good thing about the build. So I rushed him, but he got 3 heals. So I put him at 4 damage, then he went back to 2. Then I did put him at 3 again, and he went back to 2. So from that moment on, I could not recover. And the thing is, in his second stride drive check, he got 3 crits, and he did put me from 2 damage to 6 damage, and in 1 attack. So I couldn't do anything about that. I was not expecting that. He also was not expecting that. But I lost that game to a triple crit, which is something that could happen in the game. I don't really get salty about that. I was actually pretty much okay with the results. Also, the team lost yet again to 3 or 0-3. So even if I won that game, it didn't really change that much. But it was kind of my first loss in Premium. Then we have the another Ichitom matchup. Ichitom is actually the worst deck that you could face playing a Turbo Spike build. It doesn't really matter what kind of a Turbo Spike build. You always use like the Jelly Beans and heal triggers. Or even if you don't use the Jelly Beans, you get heal triggers to your hand and you want to G-guard. And the only proper way to do it against an Ichitom deck is to go GB8 first stride, which they will not give you the option to do so if they are smart. They attack like only once. But it could happen. I've done it before against an Ichitom deck. But you don't always go first. When you go second, you have to be smart. You have to Maarten them and then not attacking, and then they go and they don't have heal and they attack you, and then you G-guard, but sometimes they don't attack. So it's a very strange matchup, but for spikes, it's doable. You could still win. But if you go aggro and they recover from like healing twice or 3 times, then you could not do that much. And that's why I decided to go to my original plan against the second time that I had to play against Ichitom, and I was able to win, and the team was also able to get 2-1. It was really cool that our team this time, like Sven and Seng or Maarten, had like one time Seng won and one time Sven won, and it was like that the whole tournament, which was cool. And the last time was like Glaceon was winning and Maarten was losing a lot, so it's really cool to see the team do so well, and also we had a lot of fun playing the tournament as always. The third match, or the fourth match, I had to play against Overlords. It's a tricky deck, but they only play like one unflipper G-guard, and because of that you could keep giving your GB8 skill to the back row, and from that moment on you could like keep a calling with the spike bouncer and you could just destroy them and they could not do anything about it. And then we had to play the top 8 match. It was the team that we lost against in the second round of Swiss. So it was nice to get our revenge. I played against Ichitom yet again. I really hate to play against that deck, but again, I have my strategies to go against it. And this time I went with my plan A yet again, and I did GB8 him. So that's cool. Then at top 4 I had to play against the Murokumu. It was a nice build. You could check that build also on the deck recipes, because that team was able to get in 3rd place, so that's cool. And in the last game I had to play against the gold golden player, which was undefeated the whole tournament, but I was able to win, so I broke his undefeatedness. But really cool to play against him, and I think that we lost and they won, so they got 1st place, but they really deserve it, so that's pretty cool. And I'm okay with 2nd place. I did win my match, but the team lost. But we had a lot of fun yet again, and we got the medallion that we actually wanted. We actually kind of wanted silver, because now we have gold, silver, and bronze. So that's cool. Now we go to the deck list. We will cover these up in the deck profile, so that I don't really want to go too deep into the deck list, but you could check them yourself, like in the video, or you go and check the deck recipes on the official website. I will put the link down below for you guys to check. We have also a picture right here of the deck. It's a very interesting build. It's not the loop, it's a different kind of loop. It's a deck that combines actually the standard card with the Alice card. So you can see from the grade 3 lineup, you have 4 copies of Golden Beast Tamer, which is something that most of you guys were not expected to see, or expecting to see. Then the 4 copies of Alice, of course, from the V series, 2 Colmeras, and one of the grade 3s that could take out one of your opponent's Dragars, which is good to play against different matchups, and also sometimes good to bring out with like a G-Guardian or something. For the grade 2 lineup, you see some Callers, you see some Soul Chargers, and also you see the Alice support. And how does this deck work? You can see also the front triggers, like the 6 fronts, and you see also the draws, but the deck actually works really cool with you having the grade 1 that could restand each time you call an Alice. And when you put, or actually you put an Alice into your soul, you put that Regard on an Excel circle, and you keep like attacking with the Alice and attacking with the grade 1, and with that you destroy your opponent. You also have the Colmera that could counter charge, and it's pretty cool. The thing is, and the thing that Sven changed, is taking out the crits and adding the fronts, which is something that he had to talk about himself in the deck profiles. We have to keep some secrets for the deck profiles. The G-Zone also will be explained in the deck profile. Alright, then we go to my deck. It was a funny story. You guys actually chose the name Bloody Hell. I asked you on Facebook and I made a poll there and you chose Bloody Hell, which is pretty cool. So now when you go to official website, you see the Bloody Hell name. I chose different decks or different names. Also some names I I found interesting. Like you can have I Hate Mondays 2 times, actually 2 different I Hate Mondays. The United States of Smash, very nice name. I Shield 21, also pretty cool. One of my favorite animes. It Take 2 to Smash. I don't play Smash myself, but it's pretty cool name as well. And Smash to Smithereens was a name that I used in Standard. Eternal Hell Rush, also pretty cool name. We have Rampaging Crew. I think that this is the name that I will choose next time. I think it's a cool name. Then we have also Bad Ending and Bloody Hell. You guys chose Bloody Hell, so the name is Bloody Hell. This is my deck list. It's kind of different, like one card was actually different between this deck and the deck that I played in France. I changed the deck a lot and then I kind of put it back to the way it was. What did I do? I took out the Commander Gary Cannon, and when I did that, the Spike Bouncer felt kind of not needed as a right target. Of course, he was needed in the GBA turn, but in the at let's say in the early game, he was not needed. Also, I thought sometimes you play against decks that you don't really want to rush, or you don't even attack the Vanguard because you don't want to give them Counterblast. And having an extra tier or a Wonder Boy in the deck is better. And that's why I took out the Commander Gary Cannons and I had 1 boy, 1 tier, and 1 Frog Raider. But the deck didn't really work the way I wanted to, so I changed the Grade 2 lineup, and it really didn't work the way I wanted it to. And that's why I did put it back to the way it was, with playing in the different mindsets. I actually didn't really expect playing that much times against Ichitom. I expected Gize matchup, I expected Gold Paladin matchups, I expected even Mega Colony matchups, but I really didn't expect to play 3 times against Ichitom. So yeah, even if I had built the deck the different way, like adding the extra boy and the extra tier, really would change that much. So it was cool to keep it the way it was, and it's actually kind of even the same build that I played in Wars. But I will keep the going into each and every card into the deck profile. But I really want to say that this deck is my own creation, for you guys that don't know. Because I really don't think that other people play the deck the same way that I play it. Like with the 4 copies of Mayhem Tiger and the 4 copies of Juggernaut, and Juggernaut being your main Vanguard in this deck, because people do not understand that Juggernaut is the main Vanguard and the card that you want to ride into. So we will see in the support of Spike. I mean, with the Premium Collection, the deck will change and I will also go back to playing Charge, but I think that we have to wait into the second wave of support of Spike for me to change the deck a lot. That's enough about Spike. Now to go to Saint Meurs. So, as I told you before, he played this time Dimension Robos. You can see the grade 3 lineup. He played 4 Break Rides, 3 copies of the Legion Leader, 2 copies of the Legion Mate, and 1 Dayusha, as in 1 SVR and 1 VR. This is a very interesting grade 3 lineup, but because of your starter, you could do the same thing that Gold Paladin does, but easier and better. Why is it easier? Why is it better? The easier thing is you only need Dimension Robos to go into it. You don't really need a specific grade 2 to do that, so it's more consistent actually. The better is because you can choose to which grade 3 you want to ride into, and that's the biggest secret of the deck, which Maarten would not be happy me explaining this, but it's really good. I don't know about you guys, the guys that really love to play Dimension Police, like in general, not Dimension Robos or Excalibur, just Dimension Police in general, but why don't you play the deck more? The deck is strong, and we have like amazing tops with me and Seng in the team. Like each like Springfest that we play together, we always play together in the same team, but we always end up being first, second, or third. So it's pretty amazing. And again, Dimension Police is a very, very strong clan. So guys, if you like the clan, stick to the clan and play the clan, because there are a lot of secrets to the clan. So I will not be explaining everything that I wanted to say, because I know that he gets mad when I explain his deck. But remember guys, this deck does the same thing that Gold Paladin does, but even better. And I didn't start talking about barrier breaking and Kaiser Leon and the crazy thing that he could do with the 2 commanders out here. But enough about that. Actually, that was for this video. I wanted to thank you guys for the love and the support. Also, don't forget to go to our Facebook group. We let you guys choose a lot of what you want to see next. And what you guys wanted to see next are deck profiles. So we will do that. We'll cover those soon. Stay tuned for more Crushing the Meta. Till next time.